So, I wanted to make this video to get all the bullshit, or just straighten out the bullshit on the internet with all the bullshit videos, the bullshit just, uh, and it's not to trash talk. This video is not to trash talk this brand and the way that these are, the way they are and the way they are set up, or anything, or the way they're made, because these are really good pliers and they're definitely worth the money, okay? Because they really are worth the money. These are also worth the money. These, if you want to spend that much money, I guess, if you like, I mean, they got good grips and stuff, but I haven't used these that much, so I can't say anything about those. Nothing. They're cool and stuff, but don't listen. Oh, our teeth are always lined up, and yeah, you can tighten this nut up, and then yeah, guess what? It helps a little bit. Yeah, look, that helped it, but then they start getting stuck when you go to tech. But that'll probably wear in. So whatever. I can't say anything about those. The point is, these are really good. Channel lock stuff are really good. I got a lot more. These are just the ones I have here. But I've used all these for a period of about 6 months or longer. All of them. And these are the bread and butter. These are what go in my back pocket, along with a multi-tip screwdriver, or a 10-in-1 or whatever, and a few different wrenches, 9/16, ½ inch, 3/8, and those are my everyday carry for sure, all day long. Those get used every day at work. But let's start off with these. I used these for about 5 months, maybe 6 months, and they're not bad. These teeth on the top have completely, these little guys right here have completely flattened out, but nothing's broke on them. There's no teeth missing, nothing's chipped, and I've never had a problem with the mechanism's obviously great. This is nice, riveted. People say that loosens or whatever, and no, I haven't seen that yet at all. These are another one. These are ones my dad gave me. I've used these for, mostly at home kind of stuff, but they're not bad. I mean, I like these because these are old school ones. They're kind of thinner. I don't know if they make them like that anymore. Like these are substantially fatter. Let me get that to focus, you fucking piece of, okay. And yeah, but so I can't say too much about those. They're good, but these I've used a lot. I've used them at work. I've used them at home. They're obviously got welding spatter on them. They got these teeth down here are pretty flattened out, just from wearing out and using the crap out of them. And that's not using them. How can you review? Oh, these are great. These are good. Yeah, you gotta use them. Like, see, everything is wore. They're dirty. There's welding splatter. And there's nothing wrong with these things. They're great. They're cheap. They're relatively cheap, and there's nothing wrong with them. They'll pinch your fingers, but if you're not a little fucking girl about it, then you'll be fine. Pinch your hands every once in a while. Who cares? Whatever. Another thing that you're paying for when you're buying either one of these pliers is the grips. The grips on here are okay. They're as cheap as possible, in my opinion. These are put on cheap as possible because it's hard to make American-made tools cheaply and make them be able to compete. I'll make Snap-on and charge $60 for a pair of 9.5-inch pliers, or $15 or $18 for some channel locks that are really, really good. They're American-made, and hey, anyways. Yeah, these just cheaply made. These are pretty beat up, but the reason why they get beat up like that, for me, how I use them, is because of abuse. I don't use them the right way all the time. These are used as a hammer. You can see all the beat marks back there, if you want to call them that, or we use them to hold something down while you're welding, or stick welding, or TIG welding, or whatever. Stick welding is the biggest abuser, and you get hydraulic fluid all over them, and you get refrigeration oil and gear oil and all kinds of nasty, fatty stuff, and from all kinds of stuff. I work in industrial maintenance as far as I'll go, but it's just these grips. These will pull off. You'll be wrenching on them. You'll be giving it one, and then you pull them off. And yeah, you can slide them back on. Big fucking deal. But it's just grips. And some guys like the bare metal thing. It's cool. No problem. These are sweet. I haven't used them a whole lot because they're huge. But okay. So starting off with these, this has been my problem with the videos I've seen. Is everyone will come and show you this really nice video of these, like, super pristine, like, oh, it's one year and they look brand new. No, because you ain't fucking using them. You probably used them one fucking time or a few times throughout the year, and that's it. Now you get to fucking do anything. I've used these a few fucking times, and that's why there's just some fucking rust sitting in there. And that's about it. That's the reason why they look like that. There's a reason why these grips are perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. That's just because it's been sitting in the toolbox. And dude, the black paint is still there. There's no shit it's not going to come off. That, you use them to see the channel lock. Even the channel lock name. It's wore off of it. You can very vaguely see it. Granted, that's laser etched, but whatever. These, my problem with them is with people who make videos about these, and I'm not saying these are bad. I'm saying the people who make the videos about them are fucking liars. They're fucking lying to you, because these pliers, I've used these for about 6 or 7 months, and you see those teeth right there? See those? They're not, oh my, they're not perfect. There's an actual chip missing out of the jaws right there. You can clearly see that. These, they're a little bit flattened out and stuff, but there ain't nothing too bad, nothing that you can't live without, okay? This mechanism is perfect. I've had to take this out before and rebend it straight, because sometimes we'll be hitting stuff side, you hit stuff like that, hit stuff on the back, and you see how these, I actually beat the crap out of the back of these things, and that's probably the only abuse mark there is on it, and they're in pretty good shape. They're not bad. There's nothing wrong with these things. These are fucking sweet. These are worth the money. These are worth the money. These are worth the money. It's just, what do you want to spend it, and do you want this cool? This is cool. This works. This takes time to get used to. Just don't forget that when you buy these. A lot of guys get kind of frustrated with these because you spend a lot of money, and then you kind of realize, like, oh, that kind of sucks. Like, this is weird. You're just a one-handed operation type of thing. Where, for the most part, you could, if you're careful, you're hanging from somewhere from, your ball sack. You could definitely, do that one hand. This one, you kind of could if you could got some under, it's, you get what I'm saying. But that takes time to get used to. Give yourself a few months to get actually used to that. If you're using them every day, if you actually fucking use them, give yourself a lot of time to get used to that. Some guys can't get used to that, and that's especially older guys. They won't do that. They're like, oh, those things are fucking dumb, and but so as you saw, a little bit flattened there, and missing some parts of the jaws there. I mean, just a little chip and a little flattened, but not bad. But they're not as sharp as the day I bought them. No, they're not. These I've had for a long time, but since they're smaller, they don't really get too fucked up because they're smaller. You're not gonna use them for very big things. They're fucking sweet. The grips are great. Look at that. There's nothing wrong with these grips. They're not peeling at all. I can't pull these off. I know I can pull any one of these off if I want to. These maybe not so much. They're still okay. But now these, I use them heavily for 6-7 months again. But as you can tell, they were used. Look, the whole backside of that, pretty much completely flattened out. There's an actual little chunk kind of indented into the side. The bottom teeth are okay. They're not as sharp as the day I got them, though. They're a little bit rounded off, just like any plier. You see on this side, those are completely flattened on this side. This side's still okay. But as you can see, look, a little bit of welding splatter. Oh no. See, because you use them. They're going to get beat up. I don't sit here. And then, they look like these ones. And you see, yeah, those might, where you can still see the barcode. You can still see the name all written out, all nice. And no, it's just, if you use them, this is what they're going to look like. That's what they're going to look like. You see here? That's another cool thing about these. I've used these, put them on a big pipe. Okay? Put that there. Then you get your wrench, put that on the end of this, like that, and push down, just like that. And you have just extended these by another whatever that might be, a foot or something, not a foot, whatever. You see, and it does hit this again. Back with this. This takes time to get used to. Don't buy these quick sets. That's the stupidest thing ever. I mean, it's just so, I think it's awkward, and if you're going at something and you slip off of it a little bit and oh, it slipped up. Now you have, you do, it's just, that's annoying. That's annoying. I didn't use these too much, as you can see. Look, look how they look. They look like those guys that made all those videos because I didn't fucking use them. Because it's fucking dumb. Another thing that these things do, you're really giving it one, you're basically putting your full weight on the back. This will let go. This will pop out of place. This will pop down. Because there's no teeth on the back. If you've ever noticed those, these don't have a back teeth because they're the quick sets. They have to be able to slide. These have teeth on both sides. So, obviously, that's going to make them a little bit stronger there. You could buy these alligators if you wanted. I believe that's what they're called. And these are cool. These will give you the same channel lock feeling without being a chain lock, and it'll give you the nice design in the head there. These, I will admit, I abused them. I made a very poor mistake, and I was in a really big hurry, and I really needed to get something done. I used a die, or like a, clean up some threads, and I just completely wrecked them. Completely annihilated them. But that is not the pliers' fault in the least bit. That was my own stupidity. But as you can see, nice and pretty. Oh, look, it's a Cobra. Oh, yeah, because it's brand new. It's because you didn't use them. This is what they look like when you use them. Name's gone. See, these get the same thing, fluids. They're still good. There's nothing wrong with these things. I feel like these are still going to last me a long time. They don't close perfectly like everyone in the video. Look at this. No, they don't. They're not going to be like that because you use them. Use them as a valve wrench, or you put them on a valve handle and you twist sideways. These do have some give, but they don't bend. They don't stay bent. It'll give it one, and it just comes right back to where it's at. Nothing goes out of alignment. It's perfect. These, you can bend them, but because they're awesome, you bend them back straight, and they're good as fucking new. Just don't believe the bullshit. These are not what they're selling you, but they are worth the money, and these are worth the money. Make up your mind how you want it, what kind of a mechanism you want, and you're also buying grips, because these grips are sweet. They're definitely better than these. That's something that has a big advantage over these. End of rant. Enjoy both of them, and fuck whoever makes those stupid videos of these things being just, oh, they're so pretty. Shut the fuck up. Okay, that's it.